This video contains spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind's secret episode. While I won't be discussing spoilers for the majority of content for Remind, I will be spoiling everything that has to do with Yozora and Verum Rex, and thus you have been warned. Verum Rex is one of the most fascinating concepts I've seen in Kingdom Hearts in quite some time. It's a concept based on a cancelled game by director Tetsuya Nomura called Final Fantasy Versus XIII, though many of its ideas were reused and folded over into the next mainline Final Fantasy project, Final Fantasy XV. After spending over 7 years on that project, it seems that he hasn't let go of it, and Verum Rex is seemingly the solution to reusing his old ideas, many of which the world hasn't even seen yet, but in a brand new way. But we keep wondering, where exactly is he going with it? Does he plan to make Verum Rex its own game series? Does he plan to reboot Final Fantasy Versus XIII? We do not know for sure. However, Kingdom Hearts 3 Reminds has provided us some answers. If you haven't seen my previous videos in which I analyze all the details thus far in Verum Rex with Yozora, I highly recommend you do before or after this one, as it naturally connects together. With that said, we have more information about Yozora and Verum Rex, and this is by far the most direct Nomura has ever been with a connection to Versus XIII, even going as far as to potentially tease the game returning, whatever that means. While some of this stuff may seem like minor references to Noctis in the beginning, by the end the message becomes fairly conclusive for anyone who's been following Verum Rex and Versus XIII throughout the years. When playing Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind's secret episode, Falsus Rex, which means False King, I'll let you use your imagination to know what that's referring to. You are treated to a scene of Yozora standing against the night sky. How fitting. A brief chat with Sora reveals that the two have already been made aware of each other, but what caught my attention immediately was that Yozora claims this isn't what he normally looks like. I wonder what he normally looks like. Yozora ends up opting to fight Sora for reasons, I guess, with the background transforming into Shibuya. Shibuya is one of the inspirations for the Crown City Insomnia in the Versus and 15 continuity. While Yozora does have his own unique set of abilities, some of them are undeniably based on Noctis's. For example, you can see him phasing, which involves short teleportations leaving behind a sort of after image. This exact same type of animation can be seen on Noctis. Just like with everything in Verum Rex, it's a mixture of Final Fantasy Versus XIII and its own original concepts. If you are skilled enough to be able to defeat Yozora, or not, such as the case will be many times, you'll unlock two different endings, a bad ending and a good ending. The bad ending involves Sora being forced into crystal sleep, a very Final Fantasy concept, and one that I never thought I would see in Kingdom Hearts. But even then, as the light glows from Sora's crystallized body, it illuminates Yozora with this lovely shade of blue, making his hair appear, you guessed it, the same shade as Noctis's hair, particularly in the early days. However, if you are skilled enough with the Keyblade to be able to defeat Yozora, you'll be treated to an ending that features Yozora fading away instead. Though regardless if you get the good ending or the bad ending, it all leads to the most major reveal yet. Yozora wakes up and appears to quite literally have found himself in the worlds of Final Fantasy Versus XIII. This is the exact same scene that was shown off in the 2011 Versus XIII trailer. And when I say this is the same scene, even down to the character animation, Yozora animates almost frame for frame the exact same as Noctis does in this scene. Furthermore, even the lines of dialogue are strikingly similar, straight down to the tonality of even how those lines are delivered.
Commander!
Noctis OG!
Impressive, is it not?
あれ、迫力ですね。
But here is where the most direct tease about a potential reboot by far drops on us. Assuming that you've managed to beat Yozora and unlock the good ending, and witness this copy and paste scene from the Versus 13 trailer, you'll be treated with the ending caption, "An Oath to Return," pairing the tagline "An Oath to Return" with an exact, almost frame-for-frame recreation of the Versus 13 trailer, with the same looking driver in a very similar looking city, and even a similar looking car interior, all being recreations of Noctis's past life, and then they pair that with "An Oath to Return." And if all of that still was not enough for you, you'll receive an accessory for beating him called the Crystal Regalia Plus. Crystal Regalia Plus. For those of you who don't know, the Regalia is the same name as Noctis's car. So even if you still somehow missed all the overwhelming messages here, the game still attempts to spell it out for you, with an accessory literally named Regalia. As more information arises, I'll be diving even further into the analysis of the rather cryptic messages that Nomura has been trying to send to us. So you will definitely want to stay tuned. So Ultima Weapons, what do you think is going to come of all of this? A Verum Rex game reusing the concepts of Final Fantasy Versus XIII, or a proper reboot of Final Fantasy Versus XIII itself? Subscribe, click the bell icon, and let me know in the comments below. And if you value the content on this channel, be sure to check out the Patreon for the Night Sky Prince, where I'm supported by people like Flarigrar to keep making this channel an even better place here on YouTube. So if you'd like to support the channel directly, there's a link in the description below. Shout out to Flarigrar and the rest of the Ultima community.